Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming to you with another video. My name is Atoya B. Before I get started with this video, I just want to address the last video I did. There were some posts that were done when I shared this video to inspire somebody, to encourage and motivate someone to get better in their situation. Listen, if you are already doing fine for yourself, that's fine. But there are people out there who are homeless and who have been battered and abused, who need encouragement and motivation. And they don't need somebody to just be rude and just be like, oh, get a job, get it together. Hey, they need someone who is empathetic and understanding of what they're going through and has enough love in their heart to want to do something good for their fellow man. Now, I know I'm saying that, and it probably doesn't, it's probably worthless because of how people are today. And we are definitely living in our last days because people don't care anymore. But let's get into this video. This video is about the state of marriage. And we are in the year 2023. I've heard so much about divorces. People who have been married longer than 15 years. I would say between 15 to 30 years. These people are getting divorced. So, what I want to say on the state of marriage today is be watchful of who you let into your space, into your home, who you introduce to your spouse, and who you choose to do business with. I hope someone heard that. Because I'm finna tell you something. The enemy hates love, hates marriage, and hates the nuclear family. Yes, I said it. The nuclear family consists of husband, wife, and the children. Mom and dad and the children. A child needs both parents. Both parents in their lives. Now, I do understand that sometimes a child has the circumstances of not being blessed to have both parents in their life. And a lot of times, that's an unfortunate situation. But ladies, we must be careful who we lay with. And if you can't wait till Yahuwah sends you your husband, then I suggest you practice abstinence. Because everything that's out there in them streets, it's not worth it. You don't know what's out there in them streets. And I'm talking to the men too. It's all kind of diseases. And these people who battle the lust demons. Speaking of lust demons, I gotta go into this. There are incubus spirits and succubus spirits. The incubus, that would be in the male. The succubus, that would be in the female. They have these spirits, and the male who battles with lust, you better be careful. because you might come across a man that has an incubus spirit. And a female that battles with a lust spirit, you better be careful, because she could have that succubus spirit in her. If you are not already married and you want that in your future, discern these people. Be careful. They have demonic spirits working through them to seduce you. And while I'm on the subject of seduction, I want to talk to both male and female, the men and women. Don't let 20% of what you're not getting at home break up your home. I'm going to say this again. Don't let 20% of what you're not getting at home destroy your home. I've seen a video floating around here about a female. I don't know if she was married or not. I think she might have been in a relationship. She left her man for another man who just wanted sex. When you out here in this world, it's easy to confuse lust for love. There's a difference. Lust is a deadly sin. Love, that's very rare to find. And if you operate in a lustful way, it's going to be hard for you to know if you have someone who loves you. Be careful of this, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stress this enough. Be careful. You have to be mindful of who you bring around you. Now I'm going to talk to the married couples. As I had said earlier, be mindful of who you bring around you, who you are doing business with, who you associate yourself with, and who you be nice to. I have seen too many times men get themselves caught up in situations they did not expect because they was nice to the wrong woman. She became obsessed with him, making problems for him and his family. Same thing with you, ladies, wives. Don't let, if it's everything is not okay at home and you and your husband are at odds, let me just tell you something. Work it out with him. Work it out. Work out your marriage before you even think about taking advances of a man or a woman. Yes, I said it. Because it's some homosexual females that will approach a woman who's married to try and ruin her marriage. Do not take these advances. Come on, you know now. Let me set an example for you. Because this happened to me before. You out somewhere, could be grocery shopping. You trying to blow off some steam because you and your husband got into it about something minor. It could be major to you because women, we're emotional creatures. Every minor thing sometimes sees major. So we shopping and everything, may drop something, and a man picks it up, being nice to you, looking at you a certain way. Don't get into that. You got to have a business attitude when you approach like that. You say thank you, and then you keep it moving. But if you stay, you start talking, ladies, you are opening that doorway for the enemy to come in. I say this to my children all the time. Submit to Yeshua. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. That man who's being nice to you in that grocery store or wherever you may be, trying to blow off some steam because you and your husband having a problem at home. Soon as you stay and start talking to that man and smiling and laughing with him, you done open that door wide open. Close it. Don't even think of opening it. Leave it closed. The only person who's supposed to be opening that door is supposed to be Yeshua HaMashiach. Men, husbands, let me talk to you about something. You and your wife getting into it about something, and you go over to your friend's house or something like that, or maybe your relative's house, could be your mother's house, your parents' house, or over to your best friend's house. Let me tell you something. If that friend is not married, is not a person of faith, is not walking by faith in his own marriage, do not tell that friend your problem. Because that friend gonna lead you astray. And you gonna end up doing something stupid. You gonna end up thinking about the advances of some female that you might have ran into. When you see her again, matter of fact, you subconsciously are going to be hoping you run into her again. Oh yeah, I've seen it happen before. I've seen it happen before. And when you do, she's waiting for you. She is waiting. Oh, she waiting to test you. She waiting to test you. She gonna think of every trick in the book. Her phone died. She used your phone. That's the oldest trick in the book. She gonna put her number in your phone. And it's gonna call her number, her phone, which she lied and said died on her, and it didn't. Or she could lie and say, oh, her car broke down or something like that. And she wants you to give her a ride. Yeah, she wants you to give her a ride, all right. Yeah, she wants you to ride her straight into hell because that's where you're going to be going to. That's adultery. While we are on the subject of adultery, let me make you aware of something. Every time you look, you admire someone who is not your spouse, that's committing adultery. You committed without even acting on it. When you look at someone else besides your spouse like that, you've already done it. There's different types of adultery. People think, oh, just because I talked to this person on the phone, I made him my confidant, that don't mean I'm committing adultery. Yes, it do. That's what your spouse is for. That's what your spouse is for. Anytime You look at someone when you pass them and you give them a little smile. That smile is saying, oh, I'm hoping to get with you one day. That's committing adultery. That's committing adultery. And still, while we're on the subject of it, if you indeed are not a married person and you out here fornicating, you're committing adultery. Yes, I said it. So many people ask, like, why I haven't found my husband? Why I haven't found my wife? Well, if you're out here sleeping around, you've pushed your blessing of a spouse way back. Yahuwah has a mate, a spouse for us. But if we out here in these streets, opening our legs and everything, we fornicating. Yeah, if y'all hear this music, please excuse it. It's my neighbors next door with loud music. I'm so sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. But that's how people miss their husband. That's how they miss their spouse. That's how they miss their husband and their wife. But if you are out here waiting and you're doing what you're supposed to, you will be blessed with that spouse. If you are out here having sex with someone who's not your spouse, stop. Because you're damaging your temple. You're damaging it. Now, while I'm on the subject of marriage, I just want to say this, and then I'm going to end the video. Yahuwah intended for man to be with his wife and multiply. When he said, be fruitful and multiply, he meant your spouse. Not this man or this woman over here and over there and over there. Man, do not spread your seed. Because I'm telling you, when these children come into the world, they're innocent. They didn't ask for that messed up situation you put them in. These children need to see their dad. These children need to see their mom. They need to see an example to look up to. So when they get older, when they grow to be young adults, they know what they want to aspire to have in their personal life when they get older. And same thing with women. Women, do not open your legs to 5 different men, having children with them. Because I'm telling you, if it's one or all your baby daddies that you cool with, trust me, these men are going to be jealous of each other and do some stuff. They're going to try to have control over you. And what example are you setting for your children? My Hebrew people, we have to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better when it comes to our marriage. The state of marriage is in trouble. The enemy is separating families. My prayer is for every married person that is watching this video and that's listening to it. I want to tell you something. Pray without cease for your union and your marriage. What Yahuwah has joined together, let no man put asunder. Let no man put it apart. No man. You fight for your marriage. You fight for your family. Fight. We got to. I don't want to hear about another married couple or another husband or a wife letting some nonsense happen. And no, this marriage is your blessing. Yeshua blessed you with your marriage. Nobody said marriage was going to be easy. It's hard work. Yes, you have to work at it. And the husband and wife must work together. The husband and wife are a team. You know what? I'm going to say this and then I'm going to end the video for real this time, because I know I was supposed to do it about a few minutes ago. I'm just passionate about this subject of marriage. When a husband and wife first marry on the wedding day, that's why I have this up here, what you see, these two hearts joining together. This that you see is part of a thank you note that I had years ago for my wedding. I had to write on people who came to my wedding, telling them thank you for coming and celebrating our day. When a man and a woman marry on their wedding day, and the part of the reception that comes, the wedding reception that comes, the feast that comes, when they cut the piece of cake together, have you ever asked yourself why they have the bride and groom to hold that knife, cutting that piece of cake together? Because that is symbolizing them working together. In a marriage, the husband and wife work together through their problems, through everything, whatever has to do with business and the finances, important life decisions, things that are pertaining to their children. They both have to talk, sit down, talk about it, work it out. If they don't agree with it, they got to sit down, resolve that situation. That is what that symbolizes. That's what it symbolizes. There's not one person in marriage. There are two people who are joined together to become one flesh. Now, my prayer to everyone who's watching this video, if you are not married, I hope that you do what is necessary so that you will be one day. And if you are married, I hope you take to heart what I said about working and fighting for your family. Now, I'm going to say this last thing. When I say fighting, I mean praying. You don't believe me? Watch the movie War Room. That's what it was all about. The power of prayer. Don't ever underestimate it. The power of prayer. Pray for demonic forces to stay out of your marriage. Pray that your union and your marriage is covered in the blood of Yeshua HaMashiach. Pray that your children are covered in the blood of Yeshua HaMashiach. Whatever is on your heart, you have to pray. That's fighting. Wife, if you see your husband is feeling a certain way, pray for him. Humble yourself and pray for him. You are his helpmate, and he needs your help. He don't need you beefing in his face, talking about why this and why that. No, humble yourself. Go to our Heavenly Father. Once you go to our Father, which art in heaven, he will take care of it. Husbands, pray for your wives. The same way the wives are supposed to pray for the husbands. Don't sit up here thinking, oh man, she tripping. I'm done with her. No, that is a coward move. You get down on your knees, humble yourself, and pray to our Heavenly Father. Marriage was never meant to be easy. Marriage is a blessing. And once you are blessed with that, you have to work with your spouse. Always. You two are a team. You are one flesh. The husband cheats on the wife. He's not just hurting her, he's hurting himself too. The wife cheats on the husband. She's not just hurting herself, she's hurting him too. When you're joined together, when you say them vows, you two become one. I need you to understand that. So I hope everyone who hears this message, I hope it motivates them. I hope it inspires them. And I hope it helps someone to be better in whatever situation they may be going through in their marriage. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Bless you all.